Hello, my name is Julian. Welcome to our virtual AGM for 2020. Now I'm sure you will all appreciate why we're having to do this in a rather different way this year. And if we look back on the year, what of course stands out is how we have dealt with and faced the biggest challenge in the history of the 72 years of the National Health Service. And you will hear more about our COVID-19 response as part of our annual general meeting. But I did want to start my presentation by recognising the incredible efforts of all of our teams across the Trust, working in partnership with colleagues across the whole of the city and the region, and some fantastic examples of everyone stepping outside their comfort zones and their usual roles to combat the challenge and to keep our patients safe. Now, strange as it may seem, the year 2019 to 20 wasn't just about COVID-19. Prior to the outbreak of COVID in March, we'd had a whole series of other achievements and indeed continued to strive to do our very best. So I'd just like to highlight some of the other things that we've been working on over the course of 2019-20 and just to highlight some of the key achievements that we've made. So in no particular order, our new Maggie Centre, fantastic new centre for cancer patients and their support, built by Thomas Heatherwick from Heatherwick Studios, a magnificent and really innovative facility for cancer patients. Also in 1920 we continued to focus on quality of care, so it was great to see 95% of our outpatients and 96% of our inpatients recommending us as a place to receive treatment. Also in 1920 we made sure that we continued our great work on financial sustainability, so we were able to deliver a £13.9 million surplus, which of course is crucial. We've spent record sums on capital equipment to equip operating theatres, wards, departments, to invest in our facilities, to uprate our capital assets, to make sure we're providing the very best equipment and capital for our patients and our staff. Speaking of capital, we must mention the progress that we've been making on building the Leeds Way and hospitals of the future. £600 million worth of development that we've secured for our new children's hospital and the new development of the Leeds General Infirmary. Both of those hospitals providing state-of-the-art facilities for our patients, right in the centre of Leeds, on the site of the old nurses' home, part of the innovation district for the city, and the biggest investment in the NHS in Leeds, well, really since the foundation of the LGI in 1868. So really exciting stuff, and over the course of the year we've been able to see our outline business case approved, secure planning permission, and indeed at St James's we've received approval for our new pathology building, which will of course locate pathology services for the whole of the region, along with the work that we're doing with the other trusts across West Yorkshire to make sure that we've got the very best level of pathology services here in Leeds. We couldn't do what we do without the support of our charity, and Leeds Cares have raised around £3.5 million for us during 2019-2020, and that's been fantastic in terms of the support that they have given us. Now, in addition to what we do in relation to patient care, hand in hand with that goes our efforts on research and innovation. And during 2019-20 we've worked really hard on research, and we're now recruiting more than ever into clinical trials. We're one of the top recruiters nationally, and with over 20,000 patients recruited to trials, our performance is among the best. Now, here at Leeds Teaching Hospitals, we care deeply about the Leeds Way, and over the course of this year we've seen a real focus on the importance of inclusion, diversity, and just an example, 7,000 members of staff have signed up to the NHS Rainbow Badge, which I'm proud to wear, which is all about championing, supporting inclusion at all levels. Another area of real progress during 2019-20 has been the work on our people priorities. And particularly, I'd want to highlight the work we've been doing with our Black, Asian and minority ethnic network within the Trust. Great group of colleagues who've been helping us as an exec team make sure that our work, our interventions and our focus on the challenges and issues that our Black, Asian and minority ethnic staff face are recognised, and that we are able to find ways of moving forwards and supporting them and helping improve the experience of our BAME staff. We're focusing really hard on our people in terms of appraisal, so we're proud to be a trust that really does deliver high levels of appraisal. 98% of our staff receive an appraisal, which is easily the best amongst NHS trusts. And those matter because that gives us a sense of feedback about how our staff are doing, how they're achieving great things, but also what they think they can do better, more of. And that, together with the feedback we get from our staff through the staff survey, gives all of us a really strong sense of where we need to put our focus. Because without the fantastic work that our people do, we couldn't make the progress we're making. And I would want to highlight the way in which we make that progress and we achieve improvement for patients. We do that through the Leeds Improvement Method. We make sure that there's a real focus on improvement, and even during the pandemic, we've been using the Leeds Improvement Method to find ways of improving key services. For example, applying the Leeds Improvement Method to turnaround times for tests for COVID, which has had a significant impact. And finally, just to put on record, my thanks to all our staff who are frankly magnificent in the way that they've both responded to COVID, but also continued with all of the other work that we've had to do. Despite COVID, we were the first trust to get our annual accounts in on time. We've delivered great results in relation to research and innovation. We've done great work on education and training. Just about every area we've seen progress despite some astonishing pressures. And of course the challenge for the coming year is all about recovering services that we weren't able to deliver during the height of the pandemic. And already we're seeing us starting to restore many of those, particularly in relation to surgical activity, to make sure that the patients that need surgery are able to come in safely and receive that care and treatment. So thank you to all of you. Thank you particularly to our staff, but thank you to you, the public, for supporting us, and indeed to all our partners who've enabled us to do what we do. Without you, we couldn't have done it. And it's so important at this time, I think, to say the importance of teamwork, partnership and collaboration has never been more important. So thank you for listening to me. Enjoy the virtual AGM. Take care.